Hey, my goal is to prepare you to become a better craps player and to be more comfortable when playing at the craps table. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 8 different things you could do to prepare yourself ahead of time.
In the mail, I'm excited. I know what it is already. I'm guessing there's a little bit more than I expected, and I just want to be able to let everybody know, hey, that it is out time.
My name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master journey. Let's make it yours too. Coming in at number 1, you need to know what your limits are. In other words, you need to know what your win goal is, what your stop loss is, and you need to know how far you're willing to push it. So if you look in the top right corner of this video, I'll leave a card to a video I did a while back called Knowing Your Limits. And this goes through a step-by-step plan to help you determine what those limits should be and to help you build a bankroll. Coming in at number 2 is block others out. So in other words, hey, there's that problem person on the other side of the table. What does it take to block that person out? What does it take to not let that guy throw you off? I've heard from so many different craps players about the one thing that somebody does that's not part of the etiquette, and it throws them off so far that their game goes to shambles. Some people even, call their bets off if something throws them off, or somebody will, hop the reds because they know that that big red or that 7 is coming. So what can you do to mentally block those people out, to work your way through things so that way it does not become a problem? Hey, I'm going to come up with a video in the future that will show you exactly what you need to do, methods that you can use in order to not let that become a problem in your craps game. Number 3 is preparing yourself for the actual day. So what are the things that you're going to do ahead of time to get ready for that specific moment, the time that you actually walk up to the craps table? Now, some people have the convenience of only traveling 5-10 minutes to get to the nearest casino, but some people have a lot further to travel. So you need to know what strategy are you going to be playing. Make sure when you go to the casino that you have 2 to 3 strategies that are in your back pocket, strategies that are allowing you to adjust to the table trends, to the way that the table is rolling. So if it's a cold strategy, have that hybrid or that dark side strategy available so that way you can pull it off and you can start making money immediately. If the table's hot, what is that light side strategy? What strategy is going to help you progress those bets up high enough so that you can make your win goal and so you can get off the table as fast as possible. Have an extra strategy for both conditions available so that way if that one is not working, because not every strategy works in every single situation. Not every strategy works every single day that you go to the casino. Every strategy has its pitfalls. So have them available, prepare ahead of time, and be able to roll them out whenever you need them to become profitable at the craps table. You also need to know what you're going to do in between rolls. So what is your next bet going to be? Make sure that you're organizing your chip rack accordingly. Make sure that you're keeping a roll count if that's what you want to do. What are the things that you can do in between the rolls that will help you stay focused on the game? Those are the types of things that you need to do to prepare yourself ahead of time for that day of. Reflecting back on tip number 1, you need to know when you're going to walk away, that stop loss, that win goal. That's all the things that you need to do to prepare ahead of time in order to have a successful craps game on a consistent basis. Number 4, kind of a piggyback on number 3, but what are you going to do to prepare yourself for your trip? What strategies are you going to have? How are you going to play those strategies? How do you practice those strategies at home so that you're ready to bring them to the casino the day that you actually do go? Know what the holes in your strategies are. So what are the pitfalls? Like I said, every strategy has a losing day. Every strategy has a winning day. Some win more than others. Some lose more than others. So find those holes in your strategy and figure out what you can do to either patch them or mend them, or to work your way around those holes so that way they don't become a factor in your actual trip to the craps table. And on the flip side, know what your strengths are so that way you can pull those strategies out whenever you need them. Know what conditions you're looking for so that way it's optimal for that strategy that you're wanting to use that particular day. And that's why it's convenient to have 2 or 3 strategies available for you when you do walk up to the craps table. And these strategies are strategies that you feel comfortable playing, strategies that you've played before, that you know the loopholes, so you know the holes, so you know the strengths, so all that stuff comes together and allows you to make the profit that you really want to make. Hey, coming in at number 5 is visualizing everything that happens. So you kind of see how the numbers are kind of building on top of each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. 5 is visualizing. So you're at home, you're practicing your strategy. You should be visualizing what comes up next. Hey, if A happens, what's B gonna be? You know, if the shooter throws 8 and 8, what are you going to do with your strategy? Are you going to collect that bet? Are you going to pressure that bet so that you have more money on that place bet? Are you going to throw a field out there? Are you going to throw a DC? Visualize what you're going to be doing before it actually happens. And that comes with practicing at home. So that way when the opportunity actually does show up, you know exactly what to do. You don't have to think about it. And you can actually become a robot or become routine at that table, so that way you have a better chance of becoming successful on that individual trip. Number 6 is actually arriving at the casino. What are you going to do when you actually pull into that parking lot, when you actually step foot out of your vehicle, when you're actually walking into that casino? So what are the things you want to do? And I will have a video coming up exactly what you need to do, but you need to think about how much money are you bringing in. Do you take certain amounts of money, put in one pocket, others in other pockets, so that way people don't know how much money you actually have on you? People don't see that, so you're not a possibility to be robbed on the way out. Are you going to walk directly to the table, or are you going to go sit down by the bar, have a cocktail, have a soda, which is what I do? Are you going to sit down with your significant other and watch them play slots for a little bit, so that way you can get accustomed to the casino? Hey, these are all things I'm going to talk about in that video. What can you actually do to feel comfortable when you walk up to the craps table? Because that, to me, is the most essential thing. Now, walking up to that table is a scary thing. I don't care how many times you've gone to a casino, whether it's the first time or your 50th time. You're still going to have that first roll jitters. You're still going to have the nerves. Hey, you know, am I doing this right? Are people going to be judging me? You know, all that type of stuff. It's common, guys. I get it every time I go up to the table. And I've been there, not as many as some of you guys watching this video, but I've been there a fair amount of time. So I know what's going to go on. I know what to expect. But hey, I still have that jitter. So I need to prepare myself when I'm walking at a casino ahead of time. And that video coming up in the future will cover all that type of stuff. Hey, the next one here is talking about table maximums and minimums. You need to know what the table limits are prior to walking into the casino, so that way you can prepare your strategy to meet those demands. Now, you know, the days of the $5 table have kind of come and gone for most casinos. There are casinos out there. I know the casino that I go to on a frequent basis during the week when I can't get there because I'm working, but during the week they have a $5 table. But most tables will be, you know, higher than that. You know, my table, like I said, $5 during the week. Weekends and holidays is a $10 table. Even that's rare for a lot of people. A lot of the tables right now, post-COVID times, are going to a $15 minimum. And they have a $500 maximum. You know, finding that $15 table, that might even be a rarity. A lot of them are going to $25, and they have a maximum that you can go as far as you want. But, you know, a lot of the casinos, especially the Indian casinos, have a maximum of $500 per bet, per place bet. So if I wanted to go, you know, a $500 5, that was the most I could do. In other words, ruling out that martingale strategy. But know what those minimums are, know what the maximums are, and adjust your strategies for that. So that way when you're walking in a casino, you know exactly what it's going to be. You know exactly what you can do. Okay, so here we go. I received this in the mail. I'm excited. I know what it is already. I'm guessing there's a little bit more than I expected. And I just want to be able to let everybody know, hey, that it is out here. Wow, that is cool.
That is really cool. That is really cool. Hey, this is, I got a little note from John at Pro Craps. He sent me 2 lammers right here. He sent me 2 $5 chips, a $1 chip, a $25 chip, and a Rack the Black chip. That is totally awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. Hey, make sure that you out support Pro Craps. John is a staple. He is a huge element to the craps community, and he is doing lots of good things. So if you haven't subscribed to his channel, make sure you go out there and do so. Can't thank you enough. Thanks a lot, John.
And number 8, the last one here, the most important, is putting all the 7 together. So practicing your strategy, knowing what your next move is, knowing what to expect at the casino, knowing how to get over that disruptive person or situation or that non-proper etiquette type situation, knowing what to do next. That is your last and probably the most important part of preparing yourself for this strategy, knowing what is coming up. Again, future video coming out, I'm going to go through more specifically what I mean by that and how to actually prepare yourself so that we know what to expect, what to do, how to handle things when they do come up. Hey, if you like this video, if you found some value out of it, make sure you hit me the thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't done so. And look to the right side of the screen there. I'll leave a video that goes to the 5 things that you need to do in order to become successful at the game of craps. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master Journey. Let's make it yours too.